وابشروا بالجنة الذي كنتم تؤدون نحن أولياءكم في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة ولكم فيها ما تشتهي أنفسكم ولكم فيها ما تدعون نزلا من غفور رحيم ومن أحسن قولا ممن دعا إلى الله وعمل صالحا وقال إنني من المسلمين برحمة اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد الفاتح لما أغلق والخاتم لما سبق نازل الحق بالحق والهادي إلى صراطك المستقيم وعلى آله حق قدره ومقدار عظيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين آمين.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good Lord, our rock of ages, our refuge and strength, we appreciate you for the gift of life. We kneel before your throne of grace, asking for mercy. We don't know what is going around us. Too many unprecedented happenings. Intervene and have mercy upon us. Our families are weeping. Nations are starving. Help us, Lord. We know that only you can make the difference in our lives. Revisit our situations and circumstances. Grant us renewed strength and inner peace. Restore all that needs to be restored. Cover us with the blood of Christ. May we, with our divine grace, continue to be made sufficient and available unto us now and forever. Amen.
Good morning, Mr. Witness. Good morning, Mr. Witness. You can place your hat on the table. Mr. Witness, you may kindly speak into the mic. What is your religion? Can you speak into the mic, please?
Muslim, yeah.
In which language do you wish to make your testimony?
I want to get Malika.
Yes, speak into the mic so that everybody
Malika,
can.
please.
Okay. Do you wish to swear by the Holy Quran or make an affirmation? Okay, affirmation. Okay, Madam Chair, the witness wishes to make an affirmation. Okay, use your right hand, raise your right hand into the air, and then repeat after me. I do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare and affirm that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you. You may be kindly seated. Madam Chair, the witness is sworn. I have the honor to hand over the witness to for us to proceed.
Good morning, Mr. Juf.
Akoy sama Mr. Juf.
Isama.
You are welcome.
Akoy be bismillah nila. Thank you.
And thank you for coming.
Akoy mumbara wa ilana kama. Thank you.
Council Kamara, can you please proceed? Good morning, Madam Chair and Honorable Commissioners. Mr. Witness, can you kindly give the commission your full names?
Ako isito ni kontom for commission ye.
Ntomo Omar Diouf lati.
My name is Omar Diouf.
Where do you live?
Ibe Sirim Mintole.
Talindi.
I'm residing at Talindi.
Do you still work for KMC?
Ako hanim bi febe do ko la KMC yen nabang.
Ahankay.
Yes.
Do you remember making a statement with the investigators of this commission?
Ako fay hakilo baka na ye kalimo di kisikisir lal lale. Yin commission la kisikisir lal. Yes.
Could the witness be given his statement to go through his statement and confirm if this is the statement that was given to the investigators?
Yo kalimo men di kisikisir lal la kana wala kaito di la pour ya jube ya sahayandi ko wala minti.
Okay.
Mr. Juf, is that the statement that you gave to the investigators?
Ako wala kalimoti bang yemen di kisikisir lal.
And you
Yes.
confirm the contents of this statement?
Adun kalimolu menu bije wala mo ila kumolti. Yes.
And you still go by the contents of this statement?
Akondung hanim bi ibe lorin wo kalimol le kang.
Inshallah.
Yes.
Madam Chair, we apply to tender the statement of Mr. Omar Juf, dated 7 June 2024, into evidence as an exhibit. The witness statement of Mr. Omar Juf, dated the 7th of June 2024, is hereby admitted in evidence as an exhibit and marked as LGC/OJ/KMC/001. As the Commission pleases. Mr. Juf, when were you appointed at the Kanifing Municipal Council?
Mr. Juf yeta do ko la tumajuma le Kanifing Municipal Council.
August taro tili tang anin saba.
It was
2012.
It was in 2012, the 13th of August.
Do you still, do you have your appointment letter?
Ako yeta letter omen na yesafe letter omen na kafo yeta le abebul le bang. Yes, I have it.
Could you kindly provide it to the Commission?
Ako isi letter onyin di commission la.
Yeah.
And the confirmation letter if you have it.
Ako anim fana inate safe letter omen na kelata ka sahayande. Confirmation letter onyin no fana mbije si ofana ndi. Yes, they are all here.
Mr. Juf, these are copies. Do you have the originals?
Ako nyilmu copy oleti menu photocopy. Ako kaiti follow lu original follow bebul le bang. I have them, but they are a little bit far away from here.
Okay, that's fine. We'll apply to tender the copies of the appointment letter and confirmation letter of the witness. The offer of appointment letter is dated 13th August 2012, and the confirmation letter of the witness is dated 15th January 2014, into evidence as an exhibit. Madam Chair, these are copies. So.
Munda letter olu ni sila yeke siede kaito oleti.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Mr. Juf, can you kindly provide us with the original so that we compare them with this? You can do so by tomorrow, and you can contact the register when you come so that we confirm these copies that we have.
Ako fosa ma isi nyinke no le original kaiti follow lu menu ye safela ka bi nyilu mu photocopy oleti fosa ma isi olunati no le pour ye ni nyilu la ye jibe andu ndina ta sta follow safer la ya ka fo dame registry pour aussi dundi pour isani nyin kaito lu la pour tembende. Yes, I can do that.
Thank you, Mr. Juf. A letter dated the 13th of August 2012 with reference KMC/ADM/074 addressed to Mr. Omar Juf K. Point. The letter is from Kanifing Municipal Council. The letter is signed by Dua Ojata, Director of Administration, and it is copied to Lord Mayor KMC, Director of Finance, Director of Internal Audit, Markets Manager. The second letter is dated the 15th of January 2014 with reference KMC/ADM/055. The letter is from Kanifing Municipal Council, is addressed to Mr. Omar Juf, Market Collector, with the subject confirmation of appointment. The letter is signed by Pa Khalifa Sanyang for Chief Executive Officer and is copied to the Lord Mayor, Director of Finance, Director of Internal Audit, IT Manager, Markets Manager. These two documents are admitted in evidence as an exhibit and they are marked as LGC/OG/KMC/002.
As the Commission pleases. Just a quick one, Mr. Juve, on the first paragraph of your statement, it stated that you joined Kanifing Municipal Council on the 20th day of October 2012. But having these exhibits now, would you like to make the correction on your statement?
Akoba remember safari njangolem October karoti limuango ila duno do kwenye mkono. Ako fodu nsilang ibe bono la nyoto le puruka ilungulu tembendi wairi lumfolo memfuta ni nyindo ifatatani.
Mfano bila kaito nyingi mbaraji be karoti limuango karo October 2011 and not 12. Mfano waja after. But I don't know natara memfutaja.
Yes, I have seen it myself, but I cannot touch it without reaching this place. This is why I left it like that.
So now I'm saying, would you like to make a correction for the month?
Fosilang ibe tembendiro kela le karonyi na karola. Well, if there is a possibility, I can do it.
That's what, Madam Chair, I would like the witness to take his statement and do the correction with the month he was appointed.
The request is granted.
Isonta silang ya kata ya tembendi.
Nina correct 20 October 2011 so 11 years ago.
Thank you, Mr. Juve. Now, could you tell us back in 2018, what position did you hold?
Akoy numbara Mr. Juve, but if I saw for 2018 plus Jumale be bulunum.
18 or more market master.
At that time, I was a market master.
Okay. Mr. Juve, could you kindly run us through your educational background?
Akofo ila londo ila karao. Isi afonye no le kabulano ma afolodu la afani fo ila karao dantadami.
Private school ke Gunjur le.
I did my primary school at Gunjur.
Brimbara ya utanara banjul na exam sitting kwa nara school otoje.
After that, after sitting the common entrance, I came to Banjul St. Augustine's School.
Okay, 1988.
That was in 1988. That's where I ended my schooling.
And then Karara, bedending hotel doko lelanum so jali level in donko so now I join KMC what do you mean?
I did some short studies, but that was about hotel job. But after all that, later on, I came to join the KMC.
Thank you, Mr. Juve. In 2018-2019, when you were the market master for Latrikunda, can you tell us how many collectors were you overseeing?
Ako isa fono nye 2018-2019 buribe market master yala isa fono le bang blokula jel le bete koto meni yalon ko teleboru kunna 2018 I was responsible for the cantines.
But you were the market master for Latrikunda market, am I right?
But haning bitelo market master ti Latrikunda marseudo.
Ali faramaso bijedu banding.
No, there is a little difference.
Market master for the time.
There were two market masters at that time.
Daily
The one is responsible for the daily collections. I am the second one responsible for the canteens. But we were all market masters.
Do you have your promotion letter as a market master?
Ako ila pala sila farang kaito kake market master ti fabe bullebang. Yes, I have that letter, but I didn't commit it.
Kindly provide your promotion as a market master to the commission.
Ako isi fere ke iyo kaito fananati ya di commission la.
Inshallah, yeah.
I will do that.
Okay. So when you were responsible for the canteens, how many canteens were you responsible of?
What on men imalata canteen la canteen jelle bete la karola mo.
At the time, home to other canteen, Kemelul and canteen.
Mr. Juve, could you kindly speak into the mic?
Thank you. Canteen Kemelul and canteen flat.
I was responsible for 502 canteens.
502 canteens?
Yes, 502.
Okay. So do you have the assessment reports for these canteens?
Ako yirkaro men ika safe wo canteen la karola. Fo wo yirkar safe ngul be bulle ba.
Comme yirkar nyari.
Ika fo me assessment reports ika canteen lu la do ku nyani le ko do men ka boje aka men ka safe.
Ila liste be bulle. Kanjo la hapo izo be o kada market master le bulle.
I have the list of the canteens which the market master controls.
But I
don't have that now because when you are leaving that position, it is the man taking over from you who takes those documents to be responsible for that job.
Okay, take us through how you keep records of these canteens.
Akosila, aitandinna nying canteenu ike do kundi ike la kulu noma sata nyaming killing kabule noma.
Odinta do la so mala reporter office nka ni wadu jira buka maseko no.
When we go to work in the morning and when it is time to go into the market,
so register mean be himself in book min kono.
The register we have the book where all these canteens are registered.
College can na do feel kono.
That's the book we always pick up and go and do the job with it.
Kata mo no manunya ta kandingo joni karo fata.
And go to the people who are supposed to pay the canteen when the month ends. When you are going, you go with the book called GTR. That book contains the name of the owner of the canteen, the amount he pays, and everything is written in that book. And that book, it has 3 months. The book contains 3 different papers. Well, it contains 3 colors, blue, red, and yellow sometimes. So if you write it, you cut one document and give it to the shop owner.
So office.
The 2 remaining ones, when you go back to the office, then there is a cash book.
So Nina Rankole Safe, cash book I jelejo, and in Kandinja Malamu.
When I come, then I have to enter the amount paid and the person who paid it into that cash book. By that time, I would have checked and counted the amount of money. When I'm ready with that, that's what.
Okay, before you get to that, Mr. Juve, I need to understand this. The list of this 502 canteens. Are you in custody of it?
No.
Ako wala mo canteen kamilulu nimfulo. Ibebe safarin dame fo be bulleba.
Who is in custody of this list?
Wo kaito mi jumala bulu sai.
Sign asekelo magemazimbi sign tafa.
It is possible the market master presently running the place, Tafa, he is the man who should have that document.
Tafa is the first name. Can you give me
Mustafa.
Full name? Mustafa what?
Or Danso.
Mustafa Danso is the name.
Okay. Who is in custody of the register?
Register nyindumbe jumala bulu. That one also should be there.
So what were you using to keep records of these canteens and the collections?
Itebe mun kaitile boy bulu wala buku jumale me bulu kanyin ko be safe dame menka jo aning itolu.
Cash book.
That's the cash book.
Do you have your cash book with you?
Fuela cash book ila okodi buku wa be bulle jamba. I have one with me here.
For which year and which year?
That one, the one you have here, membe bulu jang. Puru sanjumani sanjumalem.
$20 billion.
I have the one for 2020.
Mr. Juve, again, kindly speak into the mic and a little bit louder, please.
Ako isidiamu microphone to andu ile kama sivuli sangu.
2020 billion.
I have the one for 2020,
2021,
2021,
2023.
2023.
Baribobe inquiry team wa jibulija ngamunti bulija imkoto malete.
These ones are all ones. There is one with the inquiry team here.
So there is one what?
There is one with the team who are here at the commission here.
Which team?
Kabin nalajam.
Ako kafu jumale moti team jumale moti buko be menu bulija.
Mine nyini kanunja kabin kata ngabuko doti bulija.
Well, it is the people who questioned me.
Oh, you mean the investigators?
Olem kiskisirlal.
Okay, how many books are with the investigators?
Ako buku jelle be wo kiskisirlal bulu.
Nimanya na buku kile no 2020.
If I can remember, I think it should be one.
Mamera.
Okay, may I look at the cash books that you are having?
Akoela nyimbukulu dukare ye futandia ma ayejibe.
So where is your cash book for 2018 and 19?
Akoela cash book for 2018 and in 2019 wolule. I think they should be among those books.
When
I went to the council, I looked for one. I think it should be 2018, but I cannot see it, but it might be at the council still.
With who at the council?
Council to. Whenever the book is filled up, we take it to the audit at the council and leave it there. That's where we leave them.
Okay. Mr. Juf, why do you have 2 books for 2023?
Ako buku fula lem pour 2023. Muna na buku fula, muna na kita kai buku fula ti.
Buku do bekala kanting oleti, kanting rent do bekala monthly leti.
There is a difference. One should be the monthly rent book and the other one is for the canteens.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Mr. Juve, I understand you have 3 books for 2021.
Acquire buku sabaleje pour 2021.
One is for daily tickets.
Domu luolundin tiketo lutaleti.
The other one is for monthly.
Domu kariwo karitaleti.
And another one is for monthly. So you have 2 monthlies and 1 daily.
Ako do fulale bije pour kariwo kari anin kilim bije pour luolu sai wolu soton tanyami.
Sa ni o jeron daily wala mun intende dala soka jodame. Oro mo yema ke masara.
I understand that.
Akayo faham.
So wala na buku fulo soto.
2 for monthly, that's what I don't understand.
Aka mem fula soton ta pour kari kilim akama wala faham. Munan kari kilim nyanta buku fula soton.
20 Jalamoti.
He's asking which year is it?
2021.
Ako 2021.
Yes, do you have an explanation for that? And for 2022, do you have 4 books?
Ako foisi 2021 kunya bono nyotole. Ako kola 2022 fanan buku nani wala bije pour sankili.
Comme un café monde, comme la nibe, ngasiru bije ni pato wala. Dua sabaka taje kantingo bije kantingo ba fonele, mondi lola nyin tempra kantingo. Ani nyin me fanga daily jori tende dala solo o fanga fansun bukolo so mbege ke nyoka ibe ni fansun bukolo.
These books are differentiated. There is one for the daily $10 payment and there is one for the monthly payment and one for these canteens. This is why I differentiate them. Barakonani le bije sabale.
Okay. Mr. Juve, don't worry, we'll take you through this cash books. But for now, let's just refer back to your statements. Or first, could you explain, as a market master, how many collections did you do apart from the daily and the monthly? Could you just explain the types of collections you do?
Ako market master ya ni beola. Ika jori fason jelle kafu nyoma. Ako bukolu nyili albina aduna ulukono le bari nibe market master ya la lafta menlo na sai ika jori fason jelle kafu nyoma menu fatanta. It should be 3 types of payments. One should be the daily payment. One should be for the canteens. One is for the monthly or chaos.
So
these are the 3 types of payments at the market.
Okay, that's fine. Madam Chair, we apply to tender the cash books of Mr. Juve. 7 cash books of Mr. Juve for 2020, 2021, and 2023 into evidence as an exhibit.
Ila cash book olu sila bol fanal kala sede kayto leti.
Six cash books are presented by the witness, Mr. Omar Juve, and they cover the periods 2020, 2021, and 2023. These cash books are admitted together in a bundle as an exhibit in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/OJ/KMC/003.
As the Commission pleases. Mr. Juve, I'll take you through your statement.
Sorry, Council. I think there are more than 6. Let me take that
7.
exhibit. Yes, I just realized that there are not 6 but 7. Let me take that marking of these exhibits again. 7 cash books are presented by the witness, and they are covering the periods 2020, 2021, and 2023. These cash books are admitted in evidence, and they are marked as LGC/OJ/KMC/003. And the earlier mentioned 6 cash books is hereby retracted.
As the Commission pleases. Mr. Juve, you mentioned here that you've been collecting for daily collections, for canteens, monthly collections, and what again? Could you?
Yenyin foko eka kodo men kensun tili joro lem anin kari joro sai munen saba njawti.
daily lum continue aning monthly ika kom way chaos.
It is the daily
Chaos, yeah.
payment and the monthly collection for the canteens, which is called the chaos.
Oh, sorry, those are temporary canteens.
And there is another one called temporary canteens.
Okay, so how long have you been?
Sorry, let me get that straight. Did he say there's another one called temporary canteens, or he said it is otherwise called temporal canteen?
Canteen la joro, after the mention la wolem fo watini wati joro la bije bang fodum canteen la joro aya fansun silo le soto menkata lafta ku fo le bola nyoto.
Let me take that again. Let me take it again.
Munda yalo mtenga fe nyabe wolem nyindiko watini wati joro temporary payments and in canteen payment. So alafta wole bola nyoto ay senea mune fatam fanso be temporary and in canteen payment team.
No, let me just put it this way.
Okay.
You have indicated that under your supervision, you have the daily collection, the monthly collection, and the temporal or chaos collection.
Temporary
Is that right?
chaos.
Our temporary monthly.
The temporary is one which is called monthly.
No, Mr. Juve.
It's a final no. And the time coming for you daily.
It's daily.
Canteens are permanent structures.
Canteens are permanent structures.
So they are monthly or chaos. When we make canteen, what's the what? Temporary canteens.
The reason for calling them temporary canteens are the structures made of corrugate or steel, anyway, iron, which can fall down at any time. This is why we call them temporary canteens and the permanent canteen. Namira canteen will be loading permanently. Yes, and there are permanent canteens which we call canteens.
Yeah, so now for the purpose of clarity, you have three types of daily collections. You have the daily collections, that is the $10 as you said, and then you have the one that you collect monthly, that is the permanent canteens that you collect on a monthly basis. And then you have the temporal ones also that you collect.
Akosila nyimpusa bolembang memka jo luolu ndingole mnyindalastan jorol ti luolu amin sorry kantingulu meni yalon ko be lori nyin kantingulu meni bije dron wato be yo amin kantingulu meni yalon ko wati kantingulu le molti ika fo men temporary canteens fo nyimpusa bolle be lori njebang. Yes, these are the three.
Thank you so much. But let me just further ask this question. For the temporal stroke chaos canteen, do you collect a revenue daily on it, or is it monthly you collect?
Akonyin kantingulu meni yalo kafe temporary wati ni watu akol dum ike ulfanal ka joro ke luolu ndine bang fol ka joro ke kariwo. It's monthly collection.
Thank you.
Okay, number.
Council, you may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So, Mr. Ju, going by your statement on the last paragraph, you stated that currently I am the market master responsible for the collection of monthly rentals from vendors of temporal chaos. So, who do you do the daily collections? Or at what point do you start collecting daily for the 1010?
Ila kalimolu bandula nje foko market mas etele marta nyin temporary canting wala nyin wati jorolti akosila ndumala be loring o jorudol kunna men yalon ko ka joroke lungulula marché kono je
ofanam ma fanzo market master be je.
There is another market master responsible for that.
You've not been collecting the 1010 as in the daily collections. You've not been collecting the daily collections for $10.
Akofo etembuka nyin dalasitan joro la munta etembuka uluta. No.
So, Madam Chair, may I please have Exhibit 003? Amongst the cash books that he submitted, I've seen daily collections. I want to understand for what was he collecting daily? He just mentioned here that he hasn't been collecting daily.
Deputy Registrar, kindly hand over exhibit LDC/OJ/KMC/003.
Mr. Juve, I have 2 cash books of yours that says daily tickets. This one says daily Bakau. Could you explain to the commission why you have daily collections if you said you were not making daily collections?
Akosila after legin dula saniyandi ni koy buka luwlinde njorota akobari buku fula bijang do fo Bakau silang munayo fatam fanso nati ko ita buka luwlinde njorota.
Mr. Juve, please speak into the mic. Yes, Mr. Juve, I understand that, but I need
That's what's happening at Bakau. We're responsible for the daily collection and the canteens at Bakau.
So all of the daily and monthly strategy.
This is why we have daily for Bakau and monthly for Bakau.
And canteen also.
And also canteen for Bakau.
Okay, understood. Thank you. Thank you for the clarity.
Okay.
So, where is your cash books for 2018 and 2019?
Akwela kodi bukolo ikakoro safe bukolo men bala cash book 2018 and in 2019.
Mole ni kansa le council me soto follow nga yewale me jenda ni kama jela fa nyimbe bulletin.
Well, I collected some of these cash books from the council, but I'm looking for those 2 cash books up to now. I cannot find them, but I'll continue to check for them.
So where did you get these cash books?
Yes, there are one of the rooms where the KMC found.
They were placed in one of the rooms at the KMC. That's where I found them.
All office long, yes.
It's an old office.
Okay. For the year 2018 and 2019, when you use your cash books, who did you submit them to?
2018-2019, ila cash book ko ikakudol safedame ikedi jumalalo. When we are ready, we take them to the audit department.
As in when they are exhausted, when the books are exhausted, who do you submit to?
Akonim bukol tata foi fata alkedi jumalela.
Many memorandum odile jelo mo ila officer ko ni min traje ko bugo hanama wala bugo bugo jin fara sila o askeno nin bugo fara fana ni walo sile ikare kusala ko bugo le nana.
Well, it is the audit department who are responsible. Sometimes when your book is filled up, you take it to the audit. Whoever you find there, you hand over the book to that person. So but sometimes the auditors themselves will request from us that the books, we have discovered that the books are filled up, bring them.
So do we take it that the 2018 and 2019 books are with the audit department?
2018 and in 2019 bukolu and be will be audit lela karola. Yes, it should be there.
That's right. So let's move to the next issue. You've been receiving GTR books.
Sorry, let me just Mr. Juve. So please kindly get to the audit department. Please note it to provide us the 2018 and the 2019 report audit cash books.
Puru futa la audit ya ko indi mako alisula ta 2018 and 2019 cash book la le puru isa sobe yandi kaw buko lu ñin ke dila.
Inshallah.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Thank you.
Council, you may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. You've been receiving GTR receipt books. Is that right?
Akonyin GTR receipt book lu ke dila no photo nya. Yes.
Were you keeping records of the number of GTR books you were receiving?
Ako fo ye a control soto nanyin GTR book lu menu nanga mo detaila.
no form regular I'm transformable.
No, that amount, that number is not with me.
Who issues these GTR books to you?
GTR buko ludila.
Gravita accounts.
You go and pick them from the accounts section.
How often do you go for these GTR books?
Wati jumalem alkata nyin GTR buko lukama accounts.
Workers soon masila tamala wala dobije.
That depends on the how things are going at the market.
As a local,
you can having it for a week. Sometimes you can be having the book for 2 weeks. It depends on the workload. Sometimes you can be having it for only 2 to 3 days and the book will be filled up.
So, okay. The GTR books that you've been receiving, you mentioned in your statement that you receive these GTRs every month. Is that right?
Yes, that's a possibility.
How many do you receive in a month?
Comme nga wanyem ndo nga seke no calculer ngone sama shoto no kadbol ko sa dale bu fo bugu karo ko no debe bugu fo sa karo fo tala mambang ning marché mantra comme bisoro man tamakan comme anyam.
Well, as I said before, it depends on the workload or the business, how the business is going on at the market. Sometimes you can have a book for a whole month. Sometimes within a short time the book can be filled up.
As I go like salo it's a book for just
like during feast time, feast days, a book can be filled up in 1 day.
Okay, so if things are going right, like you said, in a week, how many books do you exhaust?
Ninkolu betama kan anyama, safaro betakma kan anyama, ya mira lokumu kono, alika buku jelle fandino.
Ntele bugo banole lokun kono ni wadro ni lokun kola trifla ase bangata lokam ko nana.
Sometimes in a book, sometimes in a week I can fill 1 to 2 books in 1 week, but sometimes it takes a week for 1 book to be filled up.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Juf. You have told the commission that you were collecting revenue for 502 canteens. Can you give us an idea of how much is total revenue that you have collected for the period 2018? Because I believe you were asked a question by council that in 2018, which of the revenues you were collecting, and you said you are collecting revenue from canteens, and you were asked the number, which you said is 502. Can you tell us how much in total, the year ending 2018, how much was the estimated revenue that you collected?
Akwete famla yiri karoto, katu 2018 kasuli yenye ninkale nungu, nanga moment kensu nyoka kantin jelle menyum fay ko kantin keme lulu anin fula wotembo ladu ko kafuta wolleto so say foysi afono nyenne nanga moment kensu no kantin keme lulu anin fuloto bo 2018 sawnyin kono foysa nanga mo yirkan wala ba
sa se kola no la bala woto mo min ka jo karoto keme sama talulo karo. Well,
for those temporary canteens, they pay $250.
$350.
They pay $350 till what?
No,
they pay $350 per month. That was the rate they were paying.
So, Leo multiplied maybe by Jubilee.
I don't have the records, but if one multiplies 350 for the month, one can be able to know how much the amount will be for the 502 canteens.
Now,
Barisa,
yes, you can proceed. Yeah?
I saw Calvin Falanco, America, Nim, Canton, and Beka, Ajono,
But sometimes all these canteens don't pay together at one time. There are some canteens which don't pay their dues for 2 to 3 months.
So no office informed say collect.
Well, if that happens, we inform the office about those particular canteens. But after some time, we go into the market to go and execute the collections.
Yes. I believe, Mr. Juve, you should have records because you issue demand notes. Is that correct?
Akwa amira safero lu nyanta tarla jele aketa nyamin kadu nin joro lu ketal ka kaito lu diolu mari wala.
No, book demand note. We give receipt.
We give only receipts. Demand notes.
You don't give demand notes.
No.
You give only receipts.
Only receipt. It means your record.
So
what they pay, that's what we record.
So kindly provide us with the list of the canteens you were collecting revenue from.
Ako isa safe kantingulu ka kodo tanu menu bulu ka menu kafunu nyoma isio kantingulu safe ya listo deal.
Up to the time you became market master in 2019.
For what me inata ke market master in 2019 sangokono.
Abe 2018 kono for signing.
He's asking whether it's in 2018 or now.
We just want you to provide evidence for us as to what you were collecting before you became market master, because as market master, the collectors report to you. Is that correct?
Yes.
Ako janiye ke market master ti la kedu kodi kensuno ibolema. Ako katu ni keta market master ti dole ka ke ulkana idanku itella. Yes.
Can you please write that down?
Ako fo isio safenole pour isio yirkaro isio topoto ya futandi tolba.
Man la kele no sanje bande aka alon canteen daily monthly.
Canteens are different from daily payments.
So canteen wala joro wala for cash book wala.
There's a cash book for the canteens.
So daily for cash one kaminjo wala for book wala.
The daily payments also have its own cash book.
And collection account, for example, ticket or survey. And when
going to collect this to do collection, you go along with receipts which you issue to the people who pay.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Juve, we understand that aspect. For you to be able to make entries into your cash book, are you guided with anything to show you that these are the number of canteens that you are supposed to collect from?
Ako fo fenne bije min ba itandile la ko nyin canteen kari nin kari wolle nyanta joro kala fo wo ka soton nole ba membe silo alla tarambulo itandila alla canteen lu menu nyanta joro kala
register bembule ha.
Yes,
exactly, that is what I'm trying to find out. Yes, can you please provide us with the register?
Ako fo isi o register nati ye.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yes, I'll do that.
Thank you. Council, you may proceed. Sorry.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Yeah, Council, just a minute. I just want to move the question further. You say there are 502 canteens.
Commissioner Silla ko canteen kamelulu ni mfulale biji.
And each canteen pays $350. Is that so?
Ako kiliwo killing kemesa batalulu ikawole jo folemba.
Yes. It is very simple. Have we ever multiplied 502 multiplied by 350 to know that this is my target?
Ako foinene yenyi yirikaro kele kanyin kensum kafoko canteen kamelulu ni mfula. Kiliwo kilinka kemesa batalulu lejo. Niyo kafunyoma anyanta kanyana nanga mumema fo idene sitale yo ko yirke fayba. Yes, I do that.
Now, can we know how much you collect and what is uncollected, or do you collect everything?
Akoy lafta lonnale. Niyo ke jelle jota wayri ko watini wati dolu bukajo jelle jota anim fana jelle tutakoma pour isio nanga mululom.
Ilata lonnale iyali ba for monthly.
He is asking whether you want to know for the whole year or monthly.
Let's put it yearly.
Ako nga ke
Then
samoti.
it should be 502 multiplied by 350 multiplied by 12.
Exactly.
Okay.
Wala kame sabatal lulu sidula kame lulu nimfula wo sidula tang animfula waire sango mukarta nimfula. Yes.
So kindly check for us how much money is that and how much you have collected and what is the balance left.
Ako agala ilafta yole kafunyoma ya yirika ni yalo isalo mume be nyanta kanya na jelema ani nanga mo manjo men tutakoma isio finance fe pour isalo men jota ni men tutakoma.
Okay.
And
that's from 2018 to 2023. Okay.
Well, 2018 kata 2023 ako ilaftole
every year.
Sawosa.
I also
want to ask a question. I want to ask a question.
2018 kata 19.
2018 to 2019, I was posted at Latrikunda. From there, I was transferred to Bakau. I left some people at Latrikunda. From Bakau, I came to Latrikunda. I left some people at Latrikunda. Now I am at Serekunda.
So give us where you are at any given time. Don't give us what other people are doing. You as Mr. Juf.
Dolu be menke kanga mawok nyininka bari itela taro wucheo ye wato menke je o wato kono ite du ko menke ko abewollema ibewolle kafula nyoma
la clear la ngana na ndama to je sanya wala bulenka
yes akawala fota ite wato ke dama dawuda ye wati keje.
That will give us an idea so that we can compare that with what is in the cash book.
Ako wobe sola hakilo lale membe cash book ko no ite wato menke je pour isalo. Okay.
Council will proceed.
Thank you.
Mr. You please write what Honorable Silla has asked you to provide.
Honorable Silla
so that you could be reminded.
Inshallah, yeah.
I will do that.
Were you collecting yearly at any point?
Ako foding wati sotontale wato me yalonko. Ika joro ke sawosan.
Ali.
No.
And the canteens you've been collecting in, you earlier mentioned, is $350.
Akoya folun command ko kantingulu kariwo karika dalasi keme sabadala stallu lejo.
2018.
Yes, that was in 2018.
So in 2020, how much do they pay?
Akosa in 2020 kajelejo.
Saying
I think nowadays it's $500.
So that's the highest collection you've been making for each canteen.
Amunda canteen wo canteen wole nanga mu siata joro lubeti eka joro menke.
Madam Simon for 18 kotake.
He is asking whether
2020.
In 2020, akabu 2020 samolema. Yes, at that time.
So by any chance, have you been making collections, let's say 10,000 or 7,000 in any of the canteens?
Ako dalasi wuli tam wala ka dalasi wuli woro wala kafunyoma canteen 4 canteen soton taleba.
As a kernel,
yes, it's a possibility.
It's a kernel.
Yes, I might have forgotten, but it's a possibility. It's a possibility, yes.
No, it's not a possibility. It actually happened. That's what you've been receiving. So why would you tell the commission the highest you collect for a canteen is now, let's say in 2020, 500, from 350 to 500, when you've been receiving more than that?
Ako what sotonta joro siata wotile. Bari muna na yin commission yenko dalas keme sabatal lulu kata dalas keme lulu kan Allah ken sunduro kanyanta wala manun. I can't understand that.
For canteen rental.
Ako canteen joro.
You mentioned here it was 350.
Ya fo janko dalas keme sabadalas talul.
Am I right?
Ako folemba. There is a difference between the canteen payment and the monthly payment. The canteen payment is more than the monthly payment.
I didn't ask for monthly payment. I said
Akamang karijimo karijoro nyinkada ko canteen.
canteen.
O kanyo magalinga abe mase jumale wala sen jumala.
He's asking which year is that and which market?
Latrikunda market, and I said as of 2020.
Ako Latrikunda marse wa kawla kunyininka 2020 samokon.
20 months.
2020, please.
He is asking for abekaka 2020 lenyininka.
Because your cash book is showing collections for 10,000, 21,000, I even saw 64,000. So we need you to distinguish how you do these collections. If you have tariffs, we will want you to provide that to the commission as well, because we're not seeing any specific payments. We're not seeing 5,500 or 3,350.
Akoy mandra keme sabata lulu jeka wala keme lulu joro lu fatale blado lu bulita akul blado fo jata tele fo wuli mo anin nani joro lu men keta alafta wala ko lu tembendi la ka yirka o keta nyame
Manje fa amba kebe because daily wokata do nyamin ani kan do man clear.
The daily payment is different from the canteen payment.
So
No, Mr. Juf, we are not talking about daily payments. We are talking about canteens.
Akoy mantara
So
joro
the council will give you the cash book and you will take us through.
akoy be kas ko nyin dile la ye silo ye taram silo nyi tan didi.
Thank you. That was what I wanted to do. Did you see the cash book? If you turn it, it says canteen rent on the main cover.
Canteen rent.
You can start with that. Yes.
Talk about
So
21,000.
which are the canteens that you're charging for 7,005? Some there's 10,000 as well. The list goes on. You can look. It's not 350 or 500. So we need you to explain. The commissions want.
Okay.
We want to understand how. That
Dula
happens.
dolu bije dala su wuli woro wala dula dolu bije fatam tale bare kame sabatal lulu wala kame lulu woltije so ala tale nyim boto nyokoto nyamin pour isa faham.
Okay, ni 21,000 for example. Utolet tasoro le mundo we man calculate njole ay kalo le konde ni ali bare bay ngamela nyina calculate is 350 times 6 months near calculate.
He's saying that
amount 21,000 something like that.
anything that goes up to 21,000, it might be the man didn't pay his dues at the right time. He was having he was owing the council, so he decided to pay let's say 6 months or so.
Sorry, I'm not going to go at times a council already. Don't go in advance.
Sometimes it doesn't mean that they owe the council, but some will pay 3 to 4 months in advance. That's what brings this amount.
Mr. Juve, my math is not very good, but $350 times 6, that's 2,100. You will not get to 21,000.
Ako kamesa batalulu niyo kafunyo masinyawo. Watafuta la bulimu aninkilo.
Nka jene nyine ngano ko akami nyine ngano reka kandine nyine ngano olombe sorry ko nyine ka monthly nka jane nyine ngano kandimo da kola da monthly asekeno nyindom ka ala karo dola karo
Mr. Juve, I gave you the cash book.
Yeah.
I told you to turn on the cover to see exactly, because I've been mentioning canteen rentals. I did not mention daily, but the cash book is with you. You know it's for what collection and for which month I am referring to.
Oh, Karijuma le joro lubije akawul le nyininka manke ko lolu ndin joroti.
So could you explain the canteens that you've been collecting for 21,000, not the 3,500, because calculating that is 2,100. But are there canteens that you've been collecting more than 350 or 500?
Fo canteen lu bijele men la joro siata keme sabatal lulti wala keme luloti. Kadu ni hani karu woro kafu nyoma nyin keme sabatal lulta. Amang wuli woro wulosi. Yo so sila ngol nata soto nyadi la laftawle lonna kawle nyininka.
Sila mlele menala kanyin 21,000 wanyin.
Aha, wuli muwal ni kilimu.
Mi ya jo atobi jani.
The person who paid this $21,000, his name is here.
So ila kari sama jonyola, o kan nani jonyola, o kan kayo jonyola.
Mr. Juf.
Mr.
Juf. I don't understand, how is revenue paid in advance?
Akama nyine fahamu namo si jono nyadi la watu mansi adoko manke.
Agavele?
It happens.
Oh, that's how you operate.
No, not
Not all operate like that, but some of them are willing to do that.
But that's how you operate.
Not come take operate.
It is not my will or my willing. It is the canteen owners who are prepared to pay that.
Now, Mr. Juf, show us in your cash book the exhibit that we have admitted in evidence, where it is written that a particular taxpayer paid more than 1 month to accumulate to the amount that you have been referred to. Show us where in the entries, in either your receipt or in the entries on the cash book, in the columns, indicating that this person paid in advance, this person paid arrears, and this is why the amount is totaling to 7,000 or 21,000 or 50,000.
Ko nyimari ay dalasi wuli woro wala jo wala wuli muwan min killing bari miyaji afutata woto julole duntala non ayole julojo wala amari pareta joro le kala nyato wala yasi nyin nangamoto akaka wala nyininka mune o soto nyami anin jumale mu wo mariti.
You cannot find it, Mr. Juf.
Amari Usman.
The man is here, Usman Drame. Usman Drame.
Yes, tell us what you...
Usman Drame, I only
21,000.
Usman Drame paid 21,000.
Yes, so now show us in the cash book where you have made entries to show he paid for 2, 3, 4 or 5 months.
I left a man 21,000.
How many months? How many months?
I ilafto nanga molelo na karijelle jo mentata kanya wo dalas bulimu wanin kilimu.
Usman ni manyina ala canteen is the highest, is the biggest canteen there. Wala canteen ni wata canteen falabi wala canteen badi.
If I remember, he is having one of the biggest canteens in the market there. There are 2 canteens which are very big in the market there.
No, Mr. Juf. No, Mr. Juf. Your evidence was that a canteen payment has a flat rate charge. Is that not correct?
Yes.
You've not told us that there is a distinction made between smaller canteens and bigger canteens in terms of charges. Now, if there is such a situation, kindly provide us with evidence in terms of tariffs, how you are charging these canteens.
Woto kantin balni o kantin dingul la joro la fatam fanso ila ftawle sede ya soto na joro kake nyamen ila joro lu kumulbe lori mune kam tarifo aka joro nangamo menjo puisiolo.
Inshallah, okay. So provide to my office.
I will try to find out that from the office.
Can you give us the date of the collection?
Ako
Is that
si-
21,000?
Ko 21,000 o jota lumen afoye aketa lumen.
It was 21/9/2020.
It was on the 21 on the 21st of September 2020. 9 stands for September.
September, yeah,
Yeah.
2020.
2020.
All right, please note what we have requested for, and we will proceed after when we have examined your cash books.
Inshallah, okay.
Council, you may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Juve,
Now,
after collecting revenue, which of the cashiers do you pay to?
Niale kodo kensu, namo kensu. Alikata joro ke kasia jumalea.
KMC cashier,
We go and pay
senior cashier,
to the senior cashier at the
senior
KMC.
cashier.
I understand it's KMC cashier. I need a name, please.
Akasula tatole la senior cashier alika joro ke meya.
Sign frequently our something, ma control, Mokutolo, Matokolo.
Is a new person who is there right now. I cannot recall her surname, but her name is Awa.
Prior to our, to who
Kaya-
have you been making payments to?
Gajo, Mamadiale, Gajo, Awayale,
Ako janni Awa bina jumale bije alafta utmari tolela.
Mamadi Fanabin.
Mamadi was there.
Give me their full names, please.
Ako ye tolu ni kontonglu for Mamadi Juma.
Actually, Mawar Control, Ali Awant, Malam, actually,
I cannot remember Mamadi and Awa's surname.
Mamadi, I know, and Awa.
I know their names. It's Mamadi and Awa.
How often do you go for auditing?
Ako wati ni wati jumanong alikata apurka nying kolu kontibo auditing kontibo ka do koki.
Logan Goloshinafra.
It is twice a week.
Twice a week. And have you been going for this auditing
Ako
exactly
wairi
twice a week?
sinya fula le lokun kono fodu bo sinya fulo be lokun kono ite katale bang. Yes, I go.
No, the national audit says otherwise.
Ako bare bankola kontibo bunda e memfo ni ofatatal.
I beg your pardon, internal audit says
Ako
otherwise.
ila konoto bunda kontibo bunda membe je fonto. Wole memfo ni te memfo ofatatal.
There is a national audit from your senior auditor. You know Mr. Basiru Njai?
Yes.
Ako Basiru Njai lo ne alla kontibo bunda.
And
Yes.
you've been appearing before him twice a week.
Ando ikafinti anyati limula lokun wo lokun sinya fula. Yes.
That's not what Mr. Njai says in his 2022 audit report.
Mr. Njai memfo ala 2022 kontibo kibaro kono woni ofatatale.
Madam Chair, exhibit number LCGBN KMC 005. Madam Registrar, kindly give this exhibit to the witness for him to.
Ebina safero itandilela.
Sorry, before you are handed over the exhibit, Mr. Juve, can you read?
Mr. Jufo,
And right?
foisi ika fen karanno le kalimo tubabu kanto andu foisi safero kenole. Yes.
All right. Please give him the exhibit.
Thank you. What's the first name on that page 8?
Ako to follow to jumale to be santo to
Santo
follow
Omar
me,
Diouf.
page 8. Ako Omar, he's saying that it's Omar Diouf.
Okay, how many times did you appear in 20 working days?
Tilimu wango kono doku tilimu wango kono ite fintita sinya jelle
5 times
5 times
5 times.
in 20 days.
in 20 days 5 times.
And you're supposed to appear in a week twice.
Ando loko nyanda talaje sinya fula.
You were not compliant with the audit
Amunta woto sarto e memfo e mantara tamandika nyama.
because if you divide 5 by 20, you're not going twice a week.
Ako nie muango niyo tala si bla lulo to woto amunta sinya flawo lokun sinya flo mantima.
So now could you explain why were you not going for auditing?
Ako woto foisa fono munan ibkata o kontibo lokuola sinya flawo lokun sinya fla.
Mise no woto ninga jora ke nimpareta ngada auditle puri itule tigi nyinkenye. So ninga de jitan koma yawa article out.
So what happens is that after paying, I go. But sometimes when I come and find out that they have already closed, they will not be able to enter me or take me. So I think that's what happens at that time.
So if that happens, how do you make sure that, because they're supposed to be there so long as it's working days and so long as it was recommended by the senior auditor, that all collectors should appear before the audit office twice a week, which is considered satisfactory. And your name appears to be on the list of collectors that don't have satisfactory.
Ako, sarto mwenye loko sinya fula yenyanta findila wakonti bola lunyati lingulale. Yo sulang akana kenya dile misali kama inatayaje ko iteto abuka finti wo sinya fulo be lokun sayen muneyo sababu alafto dalilo lelonna muna kawoke katu lokun sinya fula enyanta finti la konti bola nyati lingula.
Komi na venye ro wole beje ko ni ye collection ke masiro kalam se tiya kulo ipareta ha fast ni ida jegata comme kara kenzi kure joro yani ha ba se ni so jide koma so ndala liga joga min pareta ndo problem itola woto so na nimme taraje dan ni ataka be jubela sala juma manyan taraje sala ndani tolu.
So what happens is that after making my collections at the market, I go to the KMC to effect my payments at the place where I should pay. So after the payments is the time that I should go to the auditors. But sometimes when I reach them around 3:30 or late and I find out that they have already left. So this is what happens. I will not, they will just go home and I will not be able to appear in front of them or in their presence. That's why my appearance in front of them is not accurate as twice a week. Sometimes when after my payments at the accounts, if I want to go to them and I find out that all the auditors have left, then I will not be able to appear.
Understood. That will lead us to the next issue. Your failure to appear before the auditors led to. So, have you been altering or suppressing revenue?
Ako ila finti balia konti bola lunyati lungala nata kudole sawa kama nyini nkasai fodu namo mengi ka kensum fo abebu ka dung abebu ka jobang
nami kolego ngo jole.
The amount I collected, I always pay the full amount.
All the time.
Ako wato belong bang.
Anla kala tabo kayo ni aje atata monjo oro jana jitale kolo mabolo sema wala mimba jola kan nani ko ngabe jole.
Well, what happens is that whatever I collect, I make the full payment. Sometimes, as I said, if I come and I didn't find anybody there, then still I will keep the money there in the safe, but the payment is effected, and that's what happens. But whatever I collect, I always pay the full amount.
Okay. I will take you through the 2017 to 2019 National Audit Report. 2017
kata 2019 kontibo kibaro nyi saying abe dundi la wala kono.
You on the 18th day of April 2018 you collected 9,800.
April karotil tan kono 2018 yakodo men kensum dala sibil kono to kemesay.
You paid in 9,100.
Bari wuli kono to keme killing yole jo.
There is a difference of 700. Could you explain how did that happen?
Muwati.
Calculation of maybe a scale.
Well, it might be during the calculation. It might happen during the calculation.
That can happen.
Yes, sorry, let me just find out. Mr. Jove, how can it be calculation? Because what the audit report indicated, they highlighted the receipt number, which is 2825867. So how would it be an error by way of calculation?
Akobe kala kontiro la filoti nyadile. Katu risto la nomba bija ay risto nyine la nomba foteng. Me yalon ko wole dunte bulu. Sai wo kodo la wo manke wo bekeno la kontiro kono nyadile.
Ndega min fahamje.
What I understand,
Niga liso sa venim pareza.
after writing the whole thing down,
Ngasi ngabe check ko la ngaka correct.
I will sit down and calculate the whole thing again.
So as a keno,
It is possible that it is possible that during my calculation, no man is perfect. It might be a possibility that I made a mistake during the calculation, or the calculator may fail me.
Okay,
Mr. Juf, that cannot be correct. What the audit report indicated, as of page 27 of the National Audit Report covering the period 2017 to 2019.
2017 kata 2019
What the report stated is that, let me just read the paragraph. That is 2.3. It says, alteration and suppression of records.
Amunda falindiro aning kudimuto dolu keta jele.
It says, let me read. During the review, we noted a number of instances of collectors making misrepresentation in the collection and accounting of receipts. Some of the anomalies appear to be basic and should reasonably have been detected and corrected by either themselves or through review, that is going through internal audit. Most of them went uncorrected, and when quizzed, they collectors were not able to provide any justifiable reasons. See instances below, supported by tables for detail. And then it gave table 1, where your name is specifically mentioned, giving the date, the range of the receipt range numbers, the collector's name, amount collected, amount paid, the differentials, and auditor's remark. Did you see that? At page 27 of the National Audit Report.
Kontibo kibaro la safero nyinto jaya menkaranteng wala be saferin japo foyo jele bang.
So it will not be correct for you to have said that it is by way of calculating error that these differentials occurred.
Kontibo bunda membe sata je ning ayatara ya jube kendeke woto ate keno la ko kontiro wuche kono lem nyim filo kita.
Is that correct, Mr.?
It's correct, that's correct, yeah.
Yeah.
And further to this table 1.
Table 1.
Where there are further differentials in amounts you collected, which amounted to 22,500.
According to bije kontiro ya itandi fananko dala suguli mu an fula bije an fellata kan dame ya lon ko yo fanan safe
and the differentials are given in the table as indicated.
Fatam fansolu fanalu bije mem fatam fansita je ya be safe je.
And then please turn to page 28.
Akweta lera mu an sayoto.
In 2018
sanko
10 transactions.
Joro silula tang.
More than 10 transactions. Because if you turn to page 29.
Akwasiata sinyata motile nita page 29.
From 2018 to 2019.
Kabo 2018 kata 2019.
The auditors tabulated the serious differential amounts that you failed to pay to the principal cashier. Is that not correct?
I
have never seen this one. I've never seen this one.
Mr. Juf, this is an audit report covering the period 2017, 2018, and 2019.
Nyimu kontibo kibaro leti meya lonko 2017, 2018, kana 2019 kan.
Audit, is it internal audit or external audit?
He is asking whether it is an external audit report or internal audit report.
Before 2019, when you became the market supervisor,
In 2019, market supervisor.
the period under review that we are looking at, specific, that is 2018-2019,
2018
for which period this audit report has covered. For just one single, for some single transactions, you have, the auditors have indicated 40 transactions in which you underpaid the amounts you collected.
Akatata hanfo sidula tannani kontibola li menje dame ya lonko nangamo men kensunta aniye nangamo menjo ifatata.
And this is just for 2018 and part of 2019.
Akondu nyimu 2018 leti anin 2019 fanna wucheo dolu.
Did you see that?
Yes, I've seen it.
Is that correct?
This is correct, yes.
He said it's correct.
So when you say you appear before the internal auditor, would it now be correct to say that you were not appearing before the internal auditor as was required?
Ko ya kaninya men ko nyanta fintila kontibola lu nyaati limula wato lu men woto ye men fo ko la finti baliya e nyaati limula wato me nyanta fintila woto to nyala ibuka finti e nyaati limula wo wato. Yes, that's true.
Yes.
Council, you may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Following up to the same pages, these 40 GTR numbers that you've been writing with a pen.
GTR number
Madam Chair just mentioned this to you, and did I hear you say you're not aware of this?
Ako Madam Chair ye wole foye andu ako ay memmo e folem banka foko e koyote mambo kalam.
No, I mean for jango kalam na.
Yes, I've seen it. What she said, I've seen it now. I know.
As in, you're not aware of this transaction or this complaint against you on this audit report?
Ako ye nying kalamiro memfo kontibo kibaro nying kono ka foko e mambo kalama.
Hanga jere nyininka because nyim bra naketa amofutante.
Well, the reason for that is when it happened, I was not informed. I didn't know about it.
Mr. Juve, I'll just simply say you're not being truthful. Because there is a management response. They said they've engaged you on this matter. And you can turn to page 30 of this same audit report. And where it says respond, the second paragraph. Could you kindly read that, please? Where it says, with regards to counterfoil receipt written in pen. Have you seen it?
Number 30?
No, page 30.
Page 30. Which paragraph?
On the portion it says response.
Yeah.
It's a management response to the query against the 40 counterfoils that you said you are not aware of it. Now I'll quickly read it to you. With regards to the counterfoils written with ink instead of carbon paper, however, he explained that the carbon was omitted and he rewrites the counterfoils with ink and management will investigate the issue accordingly and take necessary action. So which he do you think they were referring to?
So akoila mira roto men safeta wonyay men kala wonyay be jumalo ni ko ate be jumalema. That's me.
So how would you now sit here and say you were not aware of this query?
Ako woto silay ba fono la janyadi lete mambo kalamiro kalama.
Ani be ku fola fo kanja ndenga be min jabi la ni ngani ngamina madam jaba na bringo je.
Mr. Juve. Madam Chair, put it to your attention that there is a query against you. You mention here that you are not aware of this query. But there is a management response and they engage you on this issue and you've given an explanation. So you cannot sit back here and say you are unaware of this query as if you are now held at ransom.
Management nata akwenyi ngulindi ni diam ta kuala. Sai iwairi ni management yo ko diam ita fono la sai ko mamba kalama.
Because you are aware and you gave a response.
Andu ibota kalama la han fo ye jabiroke.
Sai na fahamle.
Now I understand. Now I understand what.
So have you been investigated?
Ako fo ya kwenyi kisikisile baitila bo ila kalamutandiroto. Yes.
What happened?
Bring ya kisikisiro ke mune natake.
Well,
they didn't tell me anything.
Okay.
Yes, so let me just find out. So after the investigation, you did not pay the difference? Total amount stated in this audit report, you did not pay anything towards that?
No.
Council, you may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Why would you forge those documents? Why would you use your own pen to change the writings?
When they asked me about that, I answered them, I told them yes. They asked me why. I told them that the GTR book which was given to me, if you write it in that book, it has no carbon. If there is carbon, then it is very small.
No, Mr. Juf, you have said that the GTRs that are given to you, they have three pages.
Yes.
A yellow one, you did give a description and an explanation.
Yeah,
and these, are they not self-carbonated receipt GTRs?
They are.
GTR bukolo amunta ye function carbon sotonne fo o manke bang. Yes, I said that yes, they have carbon, but some of them, their carbon is very small. And also me myself, I once reported this matter to Basiru.
Did you, when you report to Basiru, did you put it in writing?
No.
Between Briaf and Basiru, no, I didn't write it.
But
what I said is, they said when they are taking, there are some that they don't understand. Because if the carbon is not properly marked, then that's what causes that. I also told them about that.
Yeah.
I told them.
Now, Mr. For how long were you encountering this problem?
Ni yo wati jelleta ni problem mo be bulu wato me kanyin mem foten ay wati jelleta.
No, ni problem ya saka abola kono. But saying nimbe bulu saying kabol sel ninan kata kabolo de okay.
Well, it happened only during this period. But the ones that I am using from last year to this year, the carbons are okay.
So from 2018 to 2023, the GTRs that were given to you were not good GTRs. Is that what you are telling me?
No, I'm not saying they're not good GTR.
Yes, but if the carbonated GTRs are not good, and you had the cause or the reason to alter those documents, and the auditors picked it up to say you were altering and suppressing, you understand, revenue.
Ako konti bola lu yenyim foko de wo kabonol. Ila bete abalia inata ko inata kalata ay fama ya safe fayi adum ila safero ni membe kayti bal nyumbala fatata wala nyinti ko do nanga mo bebuka safe abebuka ta.
No, safero ni ngara o kabona bala won kili wala the
writings which I did with those carbons were all the same. There were no differences.
Can't you proceed?
Now, where are the originals to this particular receipt books?
Ni receipt book la original kaiti follow lu nyulu wolule.
Ojo kala o bigise ngani wala.
Sorry, speak a little bit louder.
We give the originals to the canteen or shop owners.
I thought you mentioned here you give a copy to the canteen owners, then you keep the original.
Bara ko jang ya fonu ko man ko original lu katwa telebulu copy nying al kawle di canteen tiwol.
Ale ma wo fode. I
said when we write down this thing, the one on top, the white one is the original. That's what we give to the shop owners. The two copies remain in the book.
Okay, that's fine. We will move to the next issue. Were you receiving any form of commission? Commission payment.
He is asking what kind of commission.
All collectors have been receiving 1% commission. Are you part of the collectors who have been receiving 1% commission from the market master, Modu Enjai?
Modu Enjai market master kajoro kenung kemewo kemesidula killing 1%. Ikawle di wo kodi kensunal foyta fanambo mulu kono le kamenu jo 1% wo kemesidula killing 1% commission. Yes, I received that money.
Could you explain to the commission how did that came about?
Ako afo commission yo munanna wonata nyaadi le pour la 1% joro.
Ngami faham jede watu ko mala ngami meeting from council.
What I understand about that is that there was a time we had a meeting about it at the council.
Meeting like the council.
There was a meeting which took place at the council.
Could you explain what kind of meeting?
Afonye meeting for some namoti.
Lamin yolom kom meobra anata ole order pass market manager come a lot of will be meeting or sort of.
When the mayor came, he gave information to the leader, telling him that all the collectors, I want to see them.
So we assembled.
We all assembled.
Council chambers.
We all assembled at the council chambers.
So that's where
we discussed.
Would it be a general council meeting?
Akufaketa council bela karabe bengoleti bang.
And it's only market unit.
This is only the market unit.
Wale bentaje. Market masters and collectors.
Market masters and collectors, we were the only people who met there.
So,
Akwetente.
So, meeting okono kaja kata doko Kenya lo abetaga nyame minya ndani manya na kala wala minda sala kala osifa doko kami alo kumande kam ngalo diam.
We discussed about the way that the work should go, what shouldn't happen, what should be done, and every aspect of the work, we discussed it at that meeting.
So, meeting la jele me onara announce go abe 1% of
during that meeting, it was during that meeting that the mayor decided and announced that he will pay 1% to all the collectors.
That's what I heard.
That's what I heard at the meeting.
So, this 1% commission is for what?
Ako signing percent killing commission, 1% commission. Dalila jumale ya sabu nyantali jola wala.
Namin faham jola ni collection of karisaba control.
What I understand about that is if you make a collection up to 3 months.
Or amount of money multiplied by 1%.
So the amount that you pay, that's where they calculate and pay you 1% of that amount.
That's what I know.
So you receive these collections every 3 months.
I
beg your pardon, commission every 3 months.
Commission.
Every 3 months.
Yes, it is every 3 months.
That's 6 times in a year. How much do you normally receive?
Ako amunta ite kajelle soto sangonyin kono. Amunta obitala nanga moment.
Ako kola ka long abe, but akadipele mi doji ili collect wala kadila. So amount when you depend on Samaranje.
It will be difficult to tabulate that amount because the amount you pay, that's what they calculate and pay you 1% of that amount.
Okay, so it was fair for you to receive that commission despite you being paid your monthly salary.
Atella miro to dun tilenta le puri ali jo commission la andung alla kari wo kari jo fanambe joka.
Ndamam fenjije mi.
Well, there is nothing that I've seen in that which is not proper.
Now, Mr. Juf, let me find out here. You said you receive this 1% commission every 3 months, correct? Please recall and give us an example of how much you have received as let's say in 2022.
Ako misal kama 2022 sango kono foisi hakilo simuruno ana be kala sinya clienti
how much
ya li jo commission men ite jelle soton ila jor kili
you in particular
Mr. Omar Diouf la joroto.
If you can tell us the range, for instance in 2022, because it's 3 months and it is 4 quarters in the 3 months.
Wairi karsabalong adu be kala sinya nani leti sango kono.
Last time we mean Soto.
The last time what I got
about 3,500 something like
was something like 3,500.
That is per quarter.
Willem Karsaboni Yirkoti.
The last time, it was
yes, that's the amount.
Now, Mr. Juf, provide us with evidence of you receiving that. Did you sign any voucher receiving that amount?
Ako foisi sedearo itandi no itollale. Yo nangamo men soto je fo jori kaito sotontale me yalon ko wole yo itande.
I don't
have that document. But I signed a document for it and I can
so Mr. Juf, we order that you provide us with the evidence of you receiving the 1%, which will tell us how much you have been receiving from 2019 to date. Because this amount, I believe, you started receiving it in 2019. Is that the case?
Ako kabo 2019 kana sai be lafila akaito la puru.
Or did you receive the amount for 2018?
For 2018 sang kono lang ali asoto le bamfali adamu 2019 sang kono.
Man sang lo ndo mutano actually sang lo start na bolo.
I can't remember exactly which year it started unless I go and check.
Yes, you have indicated that in your statement. So we will want you to go back. Please note that. We will want you to provide us the evidence of your receipt of the 1% commission from 2018 to end of January 2023.
Ako kabo 2018 kana January karobandula to 2023.
From the time you were collector
watu
to the time you are supervisor.
Ni watu wamebe supervisor yala pro isi ubiche usafe pro isa long.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
You may proceed.
Mr. Juve, how many bank accounts do you have?
Bank konti jelle bete bulu, bank account jelle be bulu. Is it my personal
Your
bank
personal,
account?
please.
Ako fansun bank account only.
No, the only bank account with GT board.
I have only one bank account. That's with the GT bank where my salary goes. That's the current account.
Okay. Could you provide details of your bank account?
Akoela bank account na kunyalu safari imesula la ukaitu fanana.
During break, you can liaise with the registrar.
Ako break time, any registrar sinyomo hi.
Okay. Are you running any business, Mr. Juve?
Ako foibe julaya safaru tamandi kanne bay fayi. No.
Do you have a car?
Ako fo moto be bulle bang.
Moto tembola baraben ndiola ndimba min kebe Italy.
I don't have my own vehicle, but I have a daughter whose husband is residing in Italy, whose husband gave that car to my daughter.
Okay, but you use it.
I use it.
Yes, I use the car.
But moto ni vango la wabanya taxi lo.
But the vehicle is a taxi.
Taxi lo.
Okay. Provide documents of the taxi.
Is your taxi fanana kaitolu nati?
So it brings income. You're using it for taxi.
Where you have a taxi borol aka fennati nole aka fendundile mu albuloko.
Actually, Asanda Kaman.
Well, actually, that's the reason why it was bought.
But Landima di Mola Nikabur Gunju.
My daughter gave it to somebody who is driving it between Gunjur and Katon.
Okay, that's fine. Provide the documents for the car. Are you servicing any loan?
Unless I check my pay slip.
Well, last month, no,
because last month I didn't even check my pay slip.
Then which means you took a loan before.
No, loan in the
yes, the loan I think that I took is the Tobaski Ram.
So all the deducted from our salaries.
That's what they will be deducting from our salaries.
There is loan for Tobaski Ram.
And where is welfare at our mode?
That's from the welfare.
Only KMC.
That's different from the KMC loans.
As in KMC Staff Welfare Association, that's where
exactly
the loan was issued.
Ako KMC welfare, wala KMC lukulala tena kafo, wala kaudi.
It's still in connection with KM. So when I ask, are you servicing any loan? You can simply say, yes, I am servicing a loan.
Ako barwairi hanimbe abu kafonyi mfana bekeri nyonyandi, para bedending KMC lela. So wala na nae nyininka fwebe julu joke kane isafu ha.
Aside from loan, do you receive any support from KMC?
Ako furo lukola falika mako irusoto ne kabo KMC bang. No, I don't have any help. No help from the KMC.
Mr. Juve, Can you tell us what is cash in transit?
Ako isa fono yen ka fo
As one of the supervisors?
Cash in transit, where mene supervisor kele, mu supervisor cash in transit. Walem kodo membe tasilo kama koto amumuneti o mumun kodileti.
Kodo membe
cash in transit to babu count. Ko mumuneti. Niko cash yalo walem kodoti. In transit membe tamasiloka membe tasiloka niya kamo yelemande anyama.
No manje problem.
No, I don't understand that.
Cash in transit.
So, your internal audit reports,
Kontibo Kibaru.
I have highlighted this issue of cash in transit.
Wale itandiroke nyina cash in transit.
Now, you as supervisor,
Akwairi tebo supervisor.
is it correct that, yes?
Sorry, I'm not supervisor. Market master, supervisor.
You are not supervisor?
No.
So now, let me put the question this way. As market master, is it correct that the collectors would at times give you monies for onward transmission?
Ako, nibe market master yala. Fodun, wato luka sotole dame yalon ko menu kanyin kodolu kensung. E kanyin kodolu kanin fwe ka kodolu dila le pruite ya futandi anyanta tala dame. Wala nyindi nina kanin nali namu kanin nata fwe ka kodolu dila le tumodolu pruite ya jo.
Kadintel ne ka receive.
Yes, I received those monies.
Comme na mention daily.
That I mentioned before that daily.
Me I receive. Jani ba receive la. Tiketo for the issue ina rado ko la fiyo.
You give it amanda alkatiketo le di namu kaninala bar satara imanta do ko la follow
communal office and in that do tiketo le po ina ta do ko.
When they come to the office before they embark on this collection, we give them receipts so that they will go with those receipts and those are the receipts they will be working with during the collection.
So ni nara murna collection out.
So when they come back from these collections,
ngam record go le ngul kiri india ticket of limla go 100 tickets long.
Then we always calculate that 1,000 will be 100 tickets.
Ni tara fiwa ko ne nara murna.
If they go into the field and come back.
O jani desire wo ticket o kasala bugo la kono ito jallo e jale issue. And
in those tickets, it's written, your name is there, the amount paid is also written in the ticket, I mean.
So
when you go and come back, the amount given to you, if it is finished,
issue and receive.
There is a column, issue and receive.
So
if it is finished,
it's near.
Now, Mr. Juf, you understand the process of you issuing the GTR receipt books to the collectors and they writing to collect the books, and when they come back, if the books are exhausted, they give you back for you to record. We understand all that process. Now, the monies they collect, do they give you the money?
Yes, they give me those monies.
So how long do you keep the money before you pay to
It's just one day.
Thank you. Council, are you done?
Just a few questions, or maybe one. Do you have collectors that you not supervise but works under you as a market master? Do you have collectors that are under you that submits to you?
Market master nam kaninal wala kodi kensunalu sotontale menu bete kotodo kuwala. Yes.
Yeah, I asked you this question, but I didn't hear the answers. How many of them are under you?
Akane ne nyinin kala bara manjabiro moy ako mo jelle mo luti menu bete koto.
Different market comme more lulu.
Market different. There are different markets. There is one where I have 5 people. There are orders where they have 7 people.
So far, namin lokunta kenta koto.
So far, as I understand, those working under me.
Okay.
Welcome.
So could you explain how did they render accounts to you?
Akoy safrono wolu ikela controlu ditela nyadile.
Comme mba foga no nyamenye nyati keto di ni nata.
Just as I was saying, if I give you a ticket, you go and come back.
Ito besa veri mbu konda ngede kala ngoli jube na kolomi ya sama nga kundi jelo.
Because your name is written on the book. So we check the amount that we came with, we enter that amount in that book.
That's your records book for giving them GTR books and them giving you the monies.
No GTR, ticket on GTR.
Sorry, ticket books. I beg your pardon.
Yes.
So could you provide us with that record book?
Ako record book ni saferol kake book membala. For isi mako ino le yo nati yebang.
Yes, I can. Mandra masrasa mi mbodan barakan.
But that's your record. You were working with that. That's your working tool at the time.
Ako watu inene ya wodo ko ke book lale be wollema.
And this will help ascertain how many do you give per day to each collectors? Or in a week or in a month, since you keep records.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Unless Madam Chair or any of the commissioners have a question for this witness, that will be all for this witness.
Mr. Juf, one last question. What is the role of the market manager, Mr. Mumudu Njai?
Market manager,
since you are the one that collects the revenue collected from the market by the collectors, and you go to pay this revenue to the cashier at the office. So what is the role of Mr. Modu Njai as market manager?
Namu kanina luka menkensu ikana wole joite ya itele fanan katawo jo kasiya ya sai market manager atela doko wala lodu la mu muneti well it was killing plenty. The whole market is under his management. All the workers in the market are under him. And there is no market which is problem free. There are problems in the market. So in the market we market masters is not only money collection that we do, but we also go around, and if we find any problem anywhere, we stand to make sure that we solve and we try and solve that problem. So and we always take those problems to the manager too. It is that includes the cleanliness of the market, the workers, their daily operations and needs in the market, and if there is anything else in the market, it's all part of our responsibility to go to the market manager to be able to solve those problems. If there is any problem in the market, it is the responsibility of the market manager to take steps to solve that problem.
Now, my final question is, does Mr. Njai, that is Modu Njai, have any direct supervisory role over you on the monies collected in the market?
Ako Modu Njai mem market manager ti fo atela ya maro sotontale membelari ite kan kodolu la karola ite ka menu ka kensun kanaite ya.
Kaya maro kele watu jamala fam because nindo ko be kele minga collect aga safedal aga siatela.
Well, yes, he has a supervisory duty over me because the amount of money that collected also reaches him. And when it reaches him, if there is anything that he would like to know, he talks to me.
Ele sensa kasi ala ni every week igala report sa report.
And it happens that every week you have to write a report.
So what report ni jera kala long ko fo dogo be kega nyama na wala manza kega nyama.
So it is through that report he comes to know whether the job is being done correctly or not rightly.
So na nyanda ke itende mburi ye kafu abavole jere.
If there is anything that you should do and you didn't do it, that's where he will advise you, well, this is your role, you should have done this, you should have done that, then he will give you an advice.
So now the same thing as
if you do anything that is not correct, he will advise you.
You're right. So, Mr. Juve, provide us with the reports. Of the reports that you write weekly.
Okay.
For the period under review. All right.
Inshallah.
So kindly provide this these documents to us by next week Tuesday. And if you have any information that you want or you want some clarification, you may be in touch with the registrar. Who may assist you? Yes.
Sorry, we have his cash book. We would like to go through the cash books. Then if he comes back, we'll pose a few questions with regards to the cash book.
That's fair enough. Mr. Juve, we will call you back after we've gone through your cash books. And if we need to call you to clarify any further issue, we will give you notice to come back. Thank you so much for coming.
So
please note that you may provide these documents as we requested by next week Tuesday.
And
thank you so much for coming. We may rise.
Thank you.
The GRTS Breakfast Show returns with special features, bringing you a variety of delights, covering the full spectrum of current affairs, providing a perfect head start on the new day.
Breakfast show bi Saturday ñop dañ ko sétane.
Wa GRTS mom télé bu am télé mo fi taw. Mo fi ñëk juddu mo fi ñëk ba.